Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I hope you're doing well. And I just wanted to talk about how important it is just to be aware of the importance of taking out some time every day just for this kind of practice. That's quite a big realization when you realize that it's not so much about listening to a certain recording. It's not so much about learning a certain amount of information. When you do these courses, you're not necessarily learning new information. What we're trying to do is bring attention to what's going on around us. Very often the reason we don't appreciate Allah is because we're just so busy rushing through life. We don't forget noticing Allah. We don't notice the people around us. We don't notice our own life. We don't notice who we are. So this is why this 5 minutes a day, I think we've increased it now to 10 minutes every day. It's finding the time to actually take a bit of a look, and just to slow down a little bit, and to think about what is going on in your life. And you realize that I could sit down and say nothing, but what we're just doing is just bringing that awareness to what is actually going on. And one of the most powerful things to bring attention towards is the breath, which just gets us a bit in touch with ourselves, with our body a little bit. That, how lucky are we to be able to breathe so easily. And then just taking that time out to think about what is going on, like how many things were functioning in the body when we woke up this morning. Are we able to take our shower ourselves? Are we able to look after ourselves? Are we independent people? Are we people who have some kind of autonomy? Are we able to decide for ourselves that we want to pray Salah today, so we're allowed to pray? Do we have the power to actually control 10 minutes of our day every day and say that these are 10 minutes which I'm going to use to actually sort myself out? I mean, not everyone has that. Some people are still very busy rushing through life. So it's a powerful position to be in, and it's very, very useful to know that you're actually aware of what's going on around you to some extent now. The fact that you have food on the table, you have electricity flowing freely through your house. I mean, your phones have lights built into them. You can access whatever information you want, whenever you want, just by pulling your phone out, even if the lights are off. I mean, we have access to so much. And when we just bring our awareness to that, we're able to realize that we as a human being, and with the brains that we have and with the capabilities we have, we're actually underusing these resources which we have. And although that might sound like we're starting on quite a negative kind of point, but the fact that we're doing this every day, this is going to take time, inshallah. If you do this course once, you'll notice a certain benefit. You do it twice, you'll notice a deeper benefit. And just taking that time out again, just to make the categories of your own life. How are your relationships going? And this is not necessarily an exercise where you finish and think, wow, all my relationships are going so good. That's not necessarily the point. We're seeking the truth about your relationships. How many do you have? How many close relationships do you have? And how is that going? Have you ever thought about how it's going? And that very thought itself makes us realize how lucky we are to have those relationships. And that allows us to value them more. And realizing that when Allah gives us these blessings, we are responsible for using them properly. And we're lucky that Allah has given them to us. And the more we bring this awareness of Allah having given us these things, the more we'll understand how Allah operates in the world. How Allah actually deals with us. When we make dua, how does Allah actually accept it? There's a very powerful correlation between gratitude and your level of tawakkul. between how aware you are of what Allah's already given you and how much you can believe that Allah's going to continue giving you. And that shows up every time we raise our hands and make dua. So I hope that you're enjoying your du'as a bit more because of this course. And autonomy is powerful as well. Steering your own ship, having your own kind of little path. This is what this course gives you. You don't, if you can carve out 10 minutes tomorrow, you don't have to do this course. You can just take out 10 minutes and do your own little practice. Take out 10 minutes to write something down and think about what's going on a little bit. And obviously this course gives a bit of guidance on how we can really link that into the fact that the thing we're trying to learn the most is how intensely connected to Allah we are in every part of our lives. Because sometimes that's the thing which we forget. We forget how actively and directly Allah is actually helping us in every single moment of our lives. And when we become aware of that, we actually become better at taking from the treasures of Allah as well. Because you see how He shows up. So again, I just want you to think about that. Maybe take a couple of minutes now and ask what's going right. And I think we spoke about relationships today, so we'll take that as a topic. So take a look at your relationships and ask what's going right with my relationship with my parents, what's going right in the relationship with my siblings, what's going right in the relationship with my wider circle of friends. Think about that a little bit, and you might want to take some action to improve some of the things as well. But alhamdulillah, good to have you here today, and I'll see you tomorrow, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum.